All right, everyone, welcome to the 187th District Court. It's a great day. It's a Thursday, but it's a Friday for everybody. So everyone, let's make sure this is a Friday for everybody and not a Monday. All right, so these are the rules for the 187th District Court. To all of the inmates, you're not allowed to use your chat box. If you use the chat box, you're going to be sent back to your cell. You're also not to use it to pick up any dates. This is not the Bachelor. This is not the Bachelorette. If you do that, you will be sent back to your cell. To all the people who are on bond, you're in the 187th District Court, even though physically you're at your home. You are not allowed to be cooking. You are not allowed to be smoking. You're not allowed to do any of that. Behave professionally. If you don't, you will be required to appear in person in the 187th District Court, and your case will not be heard today. To all the attorneys, I'm going to call your name. That's the order in which you'll appear. If you see that your name is low on the list and you want to Zoom to another court, you're welcome to Zoom to another court. However, if your name is called and you are not here, then you will be put to the end of the list. Attorneys, I'm going to send you to breakout rooms. Those breakout rooms are like at the doctor's office. When the nurse calls you, you think you're going back to see a doctor. They're just checking your blood pressure and your weight. That's what's happening. Because if you'll notice, there are more defense attorneys than prosecutors. Prosecutors have the ability to move throughout the room, so they will meet you in those rooms and discuss cases with you. So everybody, again, let's make today a Friday. Put some patience in your pocket, pull it out as you need it. To the defendants and those who are accused of offenses on the screen, your name will not be called. Your attorney's name will be called. So I need you to be patient as well. You will get a chance to meet with your attorney. If you do not hear your attorney's name called, it is because they are Zooming in another room. But trust me, you will get to see them before the day is out. And to everyone else, the court is going to be breaking at 12 p.m. because all the staff will need a break, especially the court reporters. All right, I'm going to open up the breakout rooms. When I open up the breakout rooms, it's going to invite everyone to go to a breakout room. Do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call your name and assign you. All right, I'm going to call the attorney's name. Let me know if you're here. Ashley Morgan. I'm assuming that's an attorney. Hi.
I am present.
Thank you. Just 1 second. I'm just calling the list of attorneys. John Carroll.
Present,
Alfonso. Thank you. Alfonso Cabanas.
Present, Judge.
Joseph Acevedo. Lorraine. Thank you. Lorraine Efron. Nathaniel Navy.
Present.
Orlando Castagnon. Oscar Hernandez.
Here, Judge.
Justin Fox.
Here, Judge.
Ray Martinez.
Here, Your Honor.
Michael Collins.
Present, Your Honor.
I believe Brent Coffey.
Present,
Justin Fox. Sylvia, is it Sylvia Cavazos? Or Sylvia Gonzalez?
Sylvia Gonzalez, I'm present, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You
Pat
are.
Hancock.
Judge, I'm present. Good morning.
Good morning. Robert Maurer. I saw him on the screen. Is there any attorney whose name I have not called?
Yes, Your Honor. Christopher Castro here. I believe John Bettis was on the docket.
Okay, Christopher Castro. Is there any other attorneys whose name I have not called?
Robert Maurer. Here.
Oh, I got you, Robert. Anyone else?
Cornelius Cox.
Okay, Cornelius Cox. Anyone else?
Judge Boyd, when you called my name, I'm not sure if my audio is working. Brent Coffey.
Oh, I have you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, first person up, Ashley Morgan. Who do you have?
Judge, I'm on Manuel Leos. It's an MTR.
Manuel, what's the last name?
Leos, Leos Jr.
Is it family violence or criminal trial division?
Criminal Trial Division.
All right, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
And also for all attorneys, if you're gonna work out any type of plea bargain agreement, please put that plea bargain agreement in the chat box to the court coordinator. She's listed as Ferguson coordinator. No matter how small the agreement is, she still has paperwork to get to you. If you have somebody who has a motion to revoke, Even if you've agreed to continue, she still needs to get paperwork to you. So put it in the chat box to her. Ashley Morgan, I'll send you to breakout room number 1. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
John Carroll.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Khair Abdelaziz, and we have a pretrial diversion agreement in that case, and we're almost completed with it. And I was going to request that you reset us for about 30 days.
Just one moment.
We'll have it done.
Where are you on the stage of the pretrial diversion? Has the paperwork been filled out?
Yes.
All right, Norma, when do we need to bring back Mr. Aziz?
Give me 1 second, Judge. It's for play, you said?
No, it's pretrial diversion. They've already filled out the paperwork.
Okay, we can bring it back in 30 days, Judge, just to make sure that it's been done.
Right,
I'll bring him back on. We'll do it on Wednesday, Judge. We'll do it on May 5th.
All right, we'll see you and your client on May 5th. You are excused.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor.
your client is excused.
Thank you.
Next person up is Alfonso Cabanas.
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, who do you have?
I have Michael Alexander Williams. It's a CTD case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 2. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Joseph Acevedo. Joseph Acevedo.
Yes, Judge.
Who do you have?
Carillo.
All right. And that's CTD, correct? All right. Tom, can you go to breakout room number 3?
Actually,
Lorraine Efron. Lorraine Efron.
I'm here, Your Honor. I'm here. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you send me to number 3 real quick with Joseph Acevedo, please?
Yes. Lorraine Efron, who do you have?
Edna Villalva.
How do you spell the last name?
Villalva.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, can you send me Carillo to
He's not, Mr. Carrillo, go to breakout room number 3.
I'll call someone to help you out. Give me 1 second.
Mr. Carrillo, look at the bottom of your screen. Do you see where it says breakout room? K51, you will get out of the bed or stop laying down wherever you're laying down. Otherwise, you're going to be required to appear in court. Everyone, just give me 1 moment.
They're underway, Judge.
All right, the next person up is Nathaniel Navy.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I have Wardell Lemon and Sixto Galindo, both family violence.
And what is Sixto's last name?
Galindo.
All right, I'm seeing you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you.
Orlando Castagnon.
Yes, Judge, I have Antonio Perez.
Family violence.
It's CTD.
I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you, Judge.
Oscar Hernandez. Oscar
Judge.
Hernandez, who do you have?
I have Myra Santos. We're here on the pretrial services violation report,
That's a criminal trial division of family violence.
CTD.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 7 so that they can discuss it with you. Justin Fox.
Yes, Judge. I'm here on a withdrawal hearing. For a withdrawal hearing, that's Delano Daniels.
Who is the withdrawal for?
Withdrawing is canceled, Judge.
What's the person's name?
Oh, Delano Daniels.
All right, just give me a moment and I'll get right back with you.
Sure.
Ray Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor. I had Kendall Blunt.
Is it family violence or CTD?
Family violence.
I'll send you to breakout room number 8. A prosecutor will meet with you.
Thank you.
Michael Collins.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got a Nathaniel Estrada, family violence.
I'll send you to breakout room number 9. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Brent
Good
Coffey.
morning, Your Honor.
Brent Coffey, who do you have? Brent Coffey going once. Brent Coffey going twice. Brent Coffey 3 times. Sylvia Gonzalez.
Brandon Day, Your Honor, CTD.
I'll send you to breakout room number 10. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
Pat Hancock.
Judge Jeremiah Pena, Criminal Trial Division. 2 cases.
I'll send you to breakout room number 11.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Robert Maurer.
Judge, it's a travel permit. A person's already on probation. He's had travel permits in the past. Just need to talk to the court about it.
All right, just give me one moment. What is your client's name?
Rigoberto Flores, and we sent an updated copy of the motion to Norma.
All right, just give me a moment.
Thank you.
Christopher Castro.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here for Edward Morales, family violence.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 12. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you.
Cornelius Cox, you're here for early termination, is that correct?
Good morning. That's correct, Judge. And my client is, she's here too, Judge.
All right, just give us a moment. We'll get with you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, that one was set in the afternoon.
Notice that I received said this morning. And I
All
got
right.
that notice.
We'll take care of that in a moment. Kelly?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Carlos Mora, Criminal Trial Division. We received an offer at the last setting, but Mr.
You
Mora,
said Carlos who?
Mora, M-O-R-A,
Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
Criminal Trial Division.
All right, what is going on?
We received an offer already, but Mr. Mora would like to carry forward towards a jury trial setting.
Mr. Moore, where are you?
He's on here under Anderson and Associates, Your Honor.
Yes, could you unmute, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Moore, did you receive a plea offer from the state?
Yes, ma'am.
And your attorney is telling me that you're requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, defense, so you received all the discovery?
Yes, ma'am.
No, not you, I'm sorry, your defense attorney. Mr. Kelly, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe so.
Norma, on this case, can you recall it back for April 16th, just to make sure that the acknowledgement of discovery is filed?
On which case, Judge? I'm sorry, I was on the phone.
Carlos Mora.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll come back to make sure the acknowledgement of discovery is filed. Mr. Mora, your plea deadline has expired. What that means is that after today, the court is not accepting any plea bargain agreements. If you later on decide to enter into a plea, or if the state offers something else, the court will not accept that plea. So it will be a jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we will see you for jury trial. You and your attorney are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Number, what page is he on the docket? Brenda, do you see him anywhere on the docket?
I'm looking.
Laura
was on the first page.
Oh, thank you. James Ishimoto.
Judge, I'm here on Victor Espinosa. It's a trial division case, and I've been dealing with Marcus Sanders.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 13.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. James Toshi.
Judge, good morning. I am here on an off docket matter. It's a travel request for someone on bond. It has to be ruled on today because it's for this coming Monday.
All right, just give us a moment. What is your client's name?
Stephen Garcia, Judge, and I have the case number.
Oh, that's okay. Just give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Thomas Hilly.
I'm here for family violence case. Mr. Landry, please.
I'm sorry, who?
Mr. Landry, family violence.
What's the first name?
Oh, Land, look, Land, Landry. Let me see.
All right, I'm sending you to breakout room.
Kendrick Landry. Sorry.
I'll send you to 14.
Thank you.
Judge, he's on page 7 at the bottom.
All right, and Joseph Acevedo is asking for paperwork.
Yes, I text Joseph, told him to just be a little patient. We're trying to get paperwork done for him, Judge.
All right, and everyone, just give me one moment, please.
What breakout room did James Ishimoto go to, please?
13.
Thank you.
Jonathan Perez.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I have Brian Pinkney, Judge. Let me see.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
This is going to be criminal trial division. And Judge, this is one that was Saul's client. I think I have some motions to substitute filed. I'm going to refile them again just to be sure, because I can't remember. That
All
way
right,
I
we'll
can go ahead
check
and
to see if we have them.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Yeah, that because I checked Discovery last night and I know that I'm still not able to get it.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 14.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sure. Jorge Canales.
Good morning, Judge. I have Angelina, CTD, Angelina Macias.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 15.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Who is the person who had the motion to withdraw?
That's me, Judge, on Stellano Daniels.
Mr. Daniels, where are you?
Judge, we've tried to get a hold of him for several weeks now, and we also filed an affidavit into the case yesterday. My paralegal signed off. She's been trying to make multiple attempts in addition to myself.
Wait, just one second. I don't have the file or any documentation on Daniels.
Statement, please.
Just give me a moment, Mr. Daniels. Has his case been indicted?
It has, Judge.
So the clerks in the back, could I get the case file on Stellano Daniels, please?
The lady didn't update the new number. He said he's been trying to contact me and hasn't been able to get a hold of me, but I left her.
Mr.
my email.
Daniels, here's the
Yes,
thing.
ma'am. Oh,
Mr.
I
Daniels.
apologize. I didn't know I was still on. I didn't
All
know.
right, just give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
Everyone, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm on Macias? Yeah. Of course it is. What room is that?
Stellano, did you look at my case? Is that how you were able to jump on Zoom today?
Yes, sir. I had left you my new number on. I had left you my new number on the portal. I had gave.
All right, everyone. Thank you for your patience. The court is back. Mr. Daniels.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you need to appear in court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'll see you here and you need to be here by 2 p.m. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
It's 187 District Court, fourth floor, 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. But I have a question.
Yes.
I had left my attorney my new number and contact info 3 different times, and I don't understand why.
Here's the thing. It's not my job to be in between you and your communication with your attorney. But what I'm telling you is that you need to be in the 187 District Court today by 2 p.m. It's 300 De La Rosa. It's the 4th floor, the Cadena Reeves Justice Center, okay?
Does that mean my bond is forfeited? What's going on?
I
I'm
need to see
confused.
you in court. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I agree.
All right, so
I
I'll see you in court at 2, 187 District Court, 300 De La Rosa. See you then, Mr. Daniels. And Mr. Fox, you can use the Zoom to come back on the same Zoom.
Okay, Judge.
Thank
Judge,
you.
is there any way I can speak with the state and you in a breakout room?
Yes.
Okay.
On Mr. Daniels,
Yes, Judge.
are you withdrawing or are you not withdrawing?
I'm withdrawing, Judge.
I'm sorry, you are withdrawing?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so then if you can come back at 2 p.m., then you can speak with someone from the state.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I may, Your Honor.
Just one moment. All right, who's the next person who had a travel permit issue?
That's me, Judge.
Tochi as well, Judge.
All right.
Yes, but I'm more important than Tochi.
All right, and James Tochi, your case you said is off docket? All right.
Yes, Judge, it is. Let me see if I can get the case number from him. I'll text him while you
All
talk
right.
to.
And Robert, have you conferred with the state on this travel permit before?
No, Judge, I haven't had to in the past before either. He's on probation. He's doing a good job. And he just wants to, he has family in Mexico. I think he's got the interlock device and hasn't had any violations since he's been on probation.
Probation? Rebecca? Can you check
Yes, ma'am.
on 2020 CR 3302 and see have there been any issues? And Mr. Williams, if you go to breakout room number 2, please, your attorney is waiting there. And Mr. Cabanas, if you'll go to breakout room number 2, please.
Judge, can you please put defendant Sixto Galindo in breakout room 5 with his attorney?
Mr. Galindo, please go to breakout room number 5. And Mr. Maurer, is your client able to Zoom from that location?
From Mexico?
Yes.
I'm sure he could, Judge. I think he's got an iPhone.
All right.
You want him to do that? Or I guess a couple of things we could do. I can either have him contact his officer while he's down there or however you want to handle it.
All right, Rebecca, any issues?
It doesn't look like he had any violations. He just had one lockout that he went late to get his device calibrated, but he did get it calibrated like within the next day or two with no violations.
All right, so Robert, this is what I'll do. I'll put the same conditions as I had before, which was drug patch before leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
Alcohol tests upon return. And since he's going to be there longer, he needs to Zoom 2 times per week while there.
Will you put that in the order, Judge? So I'll get
Yes.
it from Norman. That way I can give it to make sure I got everything right.
All right, and I have follow all COVID guidelines.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know if they're letting anyone go there, so.
Well, I fulfilled my duties, Judge. You can deal with that from here.
All right, thank you. You and you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Anyone else who has a travel permit issue?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I don't know if it was on the docket. I'm here for Edward Morales, but I was just made aware that we filed a motion for permission for Antonio Rodriguez, 2021 CR 2413. He's on full house arrest. I believe it's the the anniversary of its mother's death. His family's going to
I
the
mean,
cemetery.
here's the thing, you need to go to a breakout room and discuss that with a prosecutor.
Okay,
Yes, and then put the cause number in the chat box because I don't have that file.
okay, thank you.
All right, sure. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor. I was there, but no one from the family violence division came. I need
All right, so
family
when you
violence.
sign in early, what I
you get
tell
in there-
everybody to be patient is because there are more defense attorneys than prosecutors.
And Mr.
So-
Hill, defense judge, just to sorry to interject, there were 2 defense attorneys in there, so it was kind of confusing as to what was going on. But I think it's resolved now. But there were 2 defense attorneys in there. Jonathan Perez was in there as well. One was CTD, one was family violence. So I went in there, but I was not able to handle Mr. Hill's case.
All right, Mr. Hilly, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 11. A prosecutor will meet you there. Someone from family violence can go to breakout room number 11, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge
Yes.
Pat Hancock here. I'm back from a breakout room.
Yes.
Judge, I was in the breakout room with Tom on Jeremiah Pena. I'd emailed him some information to consider pretrial diversion. He's going to take that up with the victims in this case. I think we're on a first or second setting. I just asked for a normal reset, so perhaps we can get an invitation to pretrial diversion.
All right, Norma. Can you recall Jeremiah Pena for 30 days for pretrial diversion?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge
Thank
Ashley
you.
back from the breakout room as well.
Thank you, Judge.
No, because you need to get your court date.
It's gonna be May 5th, Judge.
All right, we'll come on May 5th, and on May 5th date, I'm going to give you a plea deadline date.
Very well, Judge. Thank you. May we
All
be
right.
excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Judge James Ishimoto, can I be put in the breakout room with my client, Victor Espinosa?
Just 1 moment. What breakout room were you in?
13.
Is your client in custody?
He is, Judge.
Mr. Espinosa, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 13 to speak with your attorney.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, and everyone just give me a moment. All right, who else is back from the breakout room?
Ashley Morgan.
All right, Ms. Morgan, what is happening on Mr. Leos?
On Mr. Leos, we do have an agreement. Mr. Leos is not here this morning, and it's my fault. According to the clerk's page, I thought he was set for Monday. He is at dialysis right now. He's going to be at dialysis until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. But we do have an agreement. He's going to provide documentation that he's at dialysis today to the court. So I'm asking that you not forfeit his bond and allow him to come back on Monday to work this out.
Norma, can you recall Manuel Leos for Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes.
I'm back from the breakout room, Judge.
All right, just give me a moment. 1 moment, everyone. Orlando Castagnon.
Yes, Judge. Antonio Perez. I've conferred with the state. I filed a request for some specific discovery. I believe is still not been made available. I've discussed it with Marcus, and he's going to be looking into that.
What discovery are you looking for?
Specifically, it's surveillance footage. And then, so there's surveillance footage outside of a home, surveillance footage outside of a flower shop, and surveillance footage outside of a children's dental place.
Norma, recall this for a discovery hearing. And at that time, if you need to subpoena whoever you need to subpoena to be here, if you don't have that discovery by then, you need to subpoena them. And set it for the afternoon, Norma.
Yes, ma'am. May 5th, Judge, in the afternoon.
All right, we'll see you and your client May 5th at 1:30.
Okay, and would you say May 5th?
Yes,
Can I be put in a breakout room with Mr. Perez?
yes. And after you finish speaking with him, you need to have him come to the main room.
Okay, Judge.
So on May 5th, Mr. Castellon, if you don't have your discovery before then, you need to subpoena whomever you need to subpoena to be here.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Perez, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. Orlando, I believe you are in breakout room number 6.
That's correct.
So, Mr. Perez, go to breakout room number 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Lorraine Efron.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
We do not have an agreement at this time, Judge.
All right, is your client here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Edna Vilava, where are you?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, today was your last day for a plea deadline date, so the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. The court will set you for jury trial.
Right.
And state on that case, Ms. Efron, have you received all the discovery?
I have, yeah, I mean, I have everything that have in their index, yeah.
All right, state, I'll need an acknowledgement of discovery by April 16th.
Okay.
Judge, does she want a bench?
Ms. Efron, does your client want a bench trial or a jury trial?
No, a jury trial, Your Honor.
All right, we will see you back then on for a jury trial, and you'll receive notice in the mail.
Okay. Okay. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
I am, Judge.
I'm back, Judge.
All right, let me get Mr. Cabanos first, Mr. Martinez, then I'll come to you. Yes, Alfonso?
Good morning, Judge. I confer with the state, confer with my client, and my client would like a jury trial, Your Honor.
Who's your client?
Alexander Leonard Williams, he's in custody.
Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my understanding you're requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cabanas, have you received all the discovery in this case, in each of these cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state in each of the cases on Alexander Leonard Williams, if I could have the acknowledgement of discovery done by April 23rd.
Judge, he's got one family and one CTD. I don't know if any of the family prosecutors are out right now, but we can take care of the CTD case.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Williams, do you want a jury trial or a bench trial?
Sure.
All right, we will schedule you for a jury trial. Your plea deadline has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then Norma, can you let them know that Mr. Williams can go back and Mr. Cabanos, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Raymond Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, we were recalled today, I think primarily for discovery issues. The thing that we were asking about the last time was the autopsy report. It's still not available. David's asking for 60 days, Judge. He's suggested to me there's other discovery that's also in progress, search warrants and whatnot, some social media, Snapchat, all kinds of stuff.
All right, Norma, on Blunt, can you recall that in 45 days, please?
And just for my
For
client.
discovery.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Yes.
Will the court entertain at some point between now and then revisiting his bond situation?
Yes, yes, the court will just contact the court coordinator and she'll set up a time for that.
Okay, Judge. That's all we have for today.
All right, Norma, wait, we need to get you a reset date.
Okay.
Judge, you said you need a reset date for
45 days.
45 days. Can you give me 1 second?
And it's for discovery.
Judge, they can come back on May 19th.
All right, we'll see you on May 19th.
I have a breakout room with my client, Judge, before we
Yes,
go.
just give me one moment. And you should be getting paperwork on Carrillo. Yes. All right, Ray Martinez. Let me see what breakout room you were in. You're in breakout room number 8. If you'll go to 8, and after you finish speaking with your client, have him come back to the main room.
Yes,
Mr. Blunt, go to breakout room number 8, please. Okay. All right, I'll ask if the state. Well, oh, you can keep these. Oh, yeah, I'll need to write it in. So we'll just keep it here. Okay, thanks. I'll get to it right away. All right, to the clerk, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Mr. Carrillo. He's in breakout room number 3. All right. Who's the attorney for Stephen Garcia with the permission to travel?
That is me, Judge, Jim Tochi.
Jebediah Tochicus.
And Judge, I did confer with Mr. Martin. I do not believe he has opposition to the request. If he has not already indicated that to you.
All right, and so it's a travel for work though, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So here's the question. Are there going to be children at this location?
Well, I don't think I'm lying to you and telling you no. It is a large paint project.
Ah, okay.
So I certainly can give him a phone call and make sure there will not be, but they're going to be doing a large painting project. So I doubt there would be minor children there.
All right, David Martin, are you present on screen?
Yep.
And cause number 2020 CR 4949. The court has been given documentation by Mr. Toshi stating that his client will be at work from April 5th through April 9th in Leakey, Texas. I've never heard of Leakey, Texas. So do you have any objections to him being allowed to travel there for work?
No, like you pointed out, as long as there's no children around, it should be fine.
Okay. It's been signed, Mr. Toshi.
Thank you very much, Judge. Thank you for your time this morning.
All right, and there's been, I don't know what, okay. You're excused, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too, thank you. Jonathan Pettis, you're back on Brian Pinckney.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm back. I was talking with Jordan, but I think the point of contact is going to be Marcus. Previously, Marcus had extended an offer, Judge. The same offer has been extended to me. In the meantime, I did file his motions to substitute, Your Honor, that way I can try and get full discovery on this. And I'm just looking for a 30-day reset so I can see what we're going to do.
All right, is your client here, Mr. Pinckney?
Yes, he's here, Your Honor.
All right. Norma, can I get a 30-day reset on Brian Pinckney? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Thanks, Norma. Bye-bye. All right. Norma's computer is frozen, but Jonathan, on your case, we'll be back on May 6th.
May 6th. Okay, thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you're excused.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mike Collins here. Could you put me back in my breakout room? I had to leave to go make an announcement in a different court.
What breakout room were you in?
I think it was 9, Your Honor.
And who's your client?
Nathan Estrada. He's on. I was waiting for a family violence prosecutor.
Okay, I'll send you back to breakout room number 9.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Judge, if I can get a breakout room with Jordan at your convenience when he's available. No hurry.
What is your
Judge.
client's name?
Miss Fuentes, Ariana Fuentes. And she's on bond available by Zoom, Judge.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 1.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And Hunter Morris, who are you here for?
Khair Abdel Aziz, Judge.
Oh, okay. My understanding is that case has been reset. Supposedly there was maybe going to be a pretrial diversion. Is that correct? Or a request for one?
That is correct, Judge. They're working on the terms.
All right. It's been recalled for May 5th.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Orlando, you're back?
I am. You had said that my client needed to return to the main courtroom. I didn't know if that included me or not.
Oh, no, it doesn't include you, just your client so that we can have him excused from this breakout room.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Same announcement for me, Judge.
All right. And your client was blunt, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. You two are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Jorge Canales, what is happening with your case?
Judge, I've conferred with Tom, and there are some discovery issues that he's going to check with the detectives. And he has made an offer that I'm going to relay to my client. But there's a video that I want her to view also, so we can get a reset.
Is your client here?
Yes, Judge. She is.
Where's Angela Macias?
Right here.
All right, stop eating your hair on the screen.
No, my hair's just going in my face because the wind. Sorry.
She's outside, Judge.
Because my connection.
Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you call Miss Angela Angelina Macias. And 3 weeks, there's some sort of discovery issue.
Yes, ma'am. We'll call it back on April 16th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on April 16th. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And Norma, the inmates that can go back
Yes, ma'am.
are 14L,
Okay.
that's Perez, and Blunt. And I
Okay.
don't see Blunt on the screen.
Okay.
You want me to talk to Tom now and then let him
I guess, yeah.
I'll let them know, Judge, because sometimes they wander and they're not supposed to be wandering around.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, Sylvia Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor, this is on Brandon Day. He is present here in the courtroom. I spoke with the ADA Alexandria. We just got a plea, and I need to speak with my client at length on the plea. But I also wanted to see about bond modifications. He's had some financial hardships and is requesting a move to Houston to live with an aunt and uncle.
All right, so once you file a motion for that, then the court will hear that.
Okay.
So when do you want to have that heard? We can have it heard next week.
I can do next week on the 10th, if you're available.
Norma, are you able to put Brandon Day for a hearing on? Okay, it can't be April 10th. That's a Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Judge, can you maybe co-host, please?
Monday or Tuesday of next week. We can be
Norma,
on.
can you call this case for next week? State, will you be ready to on a motion on Brandon Day, it's criminal trial division for
Yes.
bond modification?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, what date can you give them?
We can do Monday in the afternoon, Judge.
All right, we'll see you April 5th at 2.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and before then, if you could make sure that you discuss the plea offer with your client, please.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. To
And
the courtroom, Mr. Brandon Day is to be back on April 5th at 2 p.m.
And could we get a 30-day, that's for the bond modifications on Monday and then a reset for?
On Monday, we're having your hearing on your bond modifications.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May we be excused?
Just one moment.
Okay.
Courtroom,
Yes, Judge?
is there a Mr. Day in the courtroom?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, so where's your client?
He's present on Zoom, Your Honor.
I'm
Mr.
right here,
Day,
Your Honor.
where are you?
Right here, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Day, you and your attorney are excused. You'll receive a link on May 5th for 2 p.m., okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Brent Coffey,
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
good morning.
I have Miss Petra Calderon. She's an inmate. This is the first setting. I do not have an offer from the state as of yet. Maybe we need to go into a breakout room quickly.
All right, is the state not ready to tender you an offer?
I am not sure who is handling this case, Judge.
All right, did somebody meet you in the breakout room? Did an attorney meet you in the breakout room?
Oh, no, Judge. I have not been assigned to a breakout room as of yet.
What is your client's name?
Last name is Calderon.
What's the first name?
Petra, Petra.
And is it family violence or criminal trial division?
CTD, Criminal Trial Division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 2. Prosecutor will meet you there. Oscar Hernandez.
Morning, Judge. Judge, I'm still here on Ms. Santos. It's just you asked to join for a violation of the pretrial services.
All right, where's Miss Santos?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Where is Myra Santos?
I only communicate with her mom. My client does not have a cell phone. They do not have internet at the house, and the mother is at work, so they expected her to have tried to get to the courthouse. I text the mom now. Mom is working, so she doesn't have availability to find client.
All right, I'll give your client till 2 p.m.
Wonderful, thank you.
All right, thank you. Nathaniel Navy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
On Wardell Lemon, we were reset today from last time so that I could view the CAC video. I was able to do that. I received an offer from the state, so I just request a reset so that I can consider that offer with my client.
So you've received all discovery?
I believe I have, Judge.
All right, Norma, on Wardell Lemon. Can you call this for the end of next week, please?
April 9th, Judge?
All right, Mr. Lemon, we're going to see you back on April 9th. Before then, your attorney will discuss what the offer is with you, and then we'll go from there. All right, and then you had Sixto Galindo?
Yes, Your Honor. On this case, I conferred with the state, conferred with my client. Would we be able to get one more reset, Judge, in order for my client to consider the offer? It's a pretty complicated case. There's 4 cases on this one, and I would just ask for a little bit more time, Judge.
All right, Mr. Galindo, I'm going to give you a 2-week reset. You need to make a decision by then. Do you understand?
I think he's probably muted.
All right, Norma, on Sixto Galindo, can you give them a 2-week reset?
Yes, Judge. They can come back on, we'll put them down for April 16th.
All right, Mr. Galindo, that is your plea deadline date. What that means is that the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date. Do you understand? All right. So Norma, can you let them know that L9, Mr. Galindo can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Navy, if you don't have anyone else with us, you are excused.
No, Your Honor. Thank you. And then just to clarify on Mr. Lemon's case, that's just the date that we're coming back. That's not his plea deadline, correct?
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When you have a moment, could I see you in a breakout room?
Yes, just give me one moment. Which breakout room are you in?
13 with James Ishimoto.
All right, I'll meet you in 13. Everyone, just give me a moment.
Yeah, I've got to jump into another board here. I guess let's let Stephanie know. Yep.
All right, Christopher Castro.
Yes, Judge, I'm here on Edward Morales.
What is happening with Mr. Morales?
This is the first setting. We were retained about 2 weeks ago. We're still going through discovery. At this time, the DA has not provided an offer.
All right, Norma, on Edward Morales, can you give that a 30-day reset?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second, Judge.
Thank you.
And Judge, if I may, I still need to confer with the prosecutor on that off-docket matter.
All right.
Be, May 6th, Judge.
May 5th?
6th.
Okay. All right, on Mr. Morales, you'll come back on May 6th. Just one moment.
And Mr. Castro, we don't have that permission to travel on file. When did y'all file that?
I believe it was filed yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have it.
All right, Mike, I'm sorry, Brent Coffey.
Yes, Judge. We do have an agreement, a 1244 agreement.
All right,
So when
put it in the chat box to Norma Ferguson. And she'll get the paperwork to you.
Although I think on balance, it's good. I mean, this.
Thomas Hilly.
Yes, Your Honor, I have an offer. I just got an offer this morning, and I would like to see how long the court will give me for the offer expires.
All right,
I
have
just
you
got it today,
spoken
Your
to
Honor.
your client with the offer?
I would like to go into a breakout room with him, or I can text him the offer.
Mr.
I can
Lamprey,
text him the
where are
offer.
you? Mr. Lamprey.
Okay. Let me make sure I send him the Zoom info, but I don't think he understands what I'm telling him with the Zoom info.
Are you
So
Mr.
I thought he-
Lamprey, K51? I'm
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
send you to a breakout room with your attorney. I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 1.
Okay. The guy's gonna apply.
Thank you.
Judge,
Your
can
Honor,
you check your
Edward
email?
Morales be dismissed?
Just give me a moment. Yes, I've checked my email and signed what's in there.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. All right, Brent Coffey, Petra Calderon, you're doing a plea. Michael Collins, what is happening with Nathan Estrada?
Yes, Your Honor. I just got back from talking with Joe Ray, and there's some potential evidence that I might be able to get him that could potentially change the offer, you know, that's been made, Your Honor. I'd just like some sort of reset to see if I can get that evidence that he and I talked about.
All right, Norma, on Nathan Estrada. Can you recall this in 2 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am. April 19th.
All right, we'll see you and your client April 19th.
Can I check my calendar? Okay, Your Honor. That'll work, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. May me and my client be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Oh, actually, Your Honor, if you could do me a favor, could you put me and my client in a breakout room?
Just one moment. Is your client in custody or on bond?
Oh, he's on bond in the suit, Nathan Estrada.
Nathan Estrada. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1.
Thank you.
And
Your Honor.
after that, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Michael Collins, I'll send you to breakout room number 1. And after that, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
K51. Did you go to the breakout room with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then, you're free to go. Just come back
Oh,
on your
Your Honor?
court date. Yes.
How long will the court keeps the plea deadline? What's the plea deadline?
Let me find your client. Just one second. What is your last name, K51?
Landry.
All right, your attorney said Landry. All right. Norma, can you recall this, Mr. Landry? Recall it in 30 days. And Mr. Landry,
Yes, ma'am.
whatever agreement you're going to work out with the state, you need to do it by then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And defense, does that give you enough time to get the information that you say you want to speak with the state about?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much. May I be excused now?
May
No,
6th.
you don't have a court date.
Oh, sorry.
May 6th. May 6th.
All right, see you May 6th.
Thank
Yes,
you, Your
ma'am.
Honor. Have a good holiday. Bye.
Thank you.
I'm good to go.
Yes. And Brent Coffee, I sent you to a breakout room with your client, breakout room number 2, so you all can go over whatever paperwork.
I know the state needs to draft it, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it this morning. I can come back this afternoon as well. Whatever's more.
The state should be able to do it. It's not even 11 o'clock yet.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Christopher Castro, we're still waiting for your motion. Kevin
Yes.
Stryker.
Yes, Judge. I have talked to Jordan, and we still haven't come to a resolution yet, Judge. We're still waiting for 5 videos to be copied. Apparently, there's about 35 plus videos that are downloadable, and I've got those. There's 5 videos that are to be copied, and so I'm going to get with IT to make sure that those get done. So that's the only issue. Between that and I'm going to talk to Tom as well about the case between now and the next setting if possible. So if we can maybe just get 30 days, hopefully I'll have those discs within the next
All right,
week.
is your client in custody or on bond?
On bond, Judge, and she's on the Zoom right now, Judge.
All right, Norma, can you recall Ariana Fuentes back in 30 days for discovery?
For discovery, give me 1 second, Judge.
And Mr. Stryker, after that point, the next date I give you is going to be a plea deadline date.
Yes, Judge.
It'll be May 5th.
May when?
The 5th. The 5th.
Cinco de Mayo?
All right, so it'll be May 5th?
Thank you, Judge. May she be excused and may I be?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
I had a question.
Yes.
Ariana, I'll call you, Ariana.
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay, you betcha.
All right, State, can I get the discovery on 2020 CR 2210, please? If you have it, if you could just email it to me, please.
What's the defendant's name, Judge?
It's Corilla. Kimber Ward, you're here for Jade West.
Yes, Your Honor. I
She
also
has-
have Enrique Gutierrez on your docket.
2 clients.
I'm sorry, what, Norma?
Just Mr. Gutierrez, who's in jail as well.
Yes.
What is Gutierrez's first name?
Enrique.
Are both of these criminal trial division?
No, Enrique is family violence.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Could someone from Family Violence and Criminal Trial Division meet her there, please?
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
the off docket motion is for another client. Can Mr. Morales be excused?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Judge, is Robert in today or just Lupe?
I am unsure.
Just Lupe.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go on Mr. Carrillo. Mr. Carrillo, could you unmute, please? Who's the prosecutor who will be handling these cases?
I can do that, Judge Brown.
All right, thank you. Mr. Carrillo, have a seat. And you need to unmute yourself.
Okay. I'm myself.
Just one moment. Let me make sure I just have everything. Brenda, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The court is calling 2020 CR 3937, 2020 CR 4181, 2020 CR 2210, State of Texas versus Richard Carrillo. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Jordan Brown for the state.
for the defense?
Joseph Acevedo, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Carrillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video on each of these cause numbers because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state or the defense that we proceed by video?
No objection from the state.
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, on each of these cause numbers, I'm showing you documents entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review those documents with your attorney, and did you understand them, and did you electronically sign them?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video.
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, Mr. Carrillo, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them, and did you electronically sign them?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled Acknowledgement of Discovery. Have you received all the discovery in each of these cause numbers, and did you review that discovery with your client?
I have received it, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Carrillo, in each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review those documents with your attorney? And did you understand them?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
You did, Your Honor.
State in cause number 2020 CR 3937, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Only on count one, Judge, but otherwise, yes.
Any objections to the waiver of count two?
No objection, Your Honor.
And cause number 2020 CR 4181, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are proceeding as charged in count one and waiving count two.
Any objections to the waiver of count two?
No, Your Honor.
And cause number 2020 CR 2210, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are proceeding as charged in count 1. We are waiving count 2 and I believe it's habitual offender enhancement.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, on each of these cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them, and did you electronically sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, you're charged with the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 2A, 4 to 400 grams. That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand in each of the cause numbers, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, did you understand by entering these plea bargain agreements, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into plea bargain agreements in each of these cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to life in prison, and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, in each of your cause numbers, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, in each of the cause numbers, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter these pleas?
No, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter the pleas?
No, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in each of the cause numbers, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. And each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding only on count 1. There's a cap of 15 years for your punishment. The state opposes your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. Each of the cases were run concurrently with each other. And each of the cases, in each of the cases, the state is taking in consideration the following night mag numbers: 603, 696, 599, 212, county court cause number 653, 938, 656, 246, 625, 102, 621, 251, JN number 2011281. State and defense, is there any county court cause numbers that I've missed? Because there appears to be one that is cut off on the page.
Yes, Judge, I checked, and that is 625101 is the one that was cut off.
Is there any objection to the court writing in the plea bargain agreement that county court cause number 625101 is also to be taken in consideration? Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And then also in each of the cause numbers, Mr. Carrillo, cause number 625101 is to be taken into consideration. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement in each of the cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Acevedo, is that the plea bargain agreement in each of the cases?
Subject to court approval, yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement in each of the cases?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Carrillo, in each of the cases, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver of appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions in either of the cause numbers?
No, Your Honor.
Then, Mr. Carrillo, in cause number 2020 CR 3937, how do you plead to count one, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And in cause number 2020 CR 4181, how do you plead to count one, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And in cause number 2020 CR 2210, how do you plead to count one, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, in either of these cause numbers, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, Judge. State would offer State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments for all cases.
Any objections, defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Carrillo, in each of these cause numbers, I'm showing you documents entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulation. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them, and did you electronically sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand again that you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then in each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, in cause number 2020 CR 3937, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. And cause number 2020 CR 4181, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. And cause number 2020 CR 2210, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Mr. Acevedo, will your client need a TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor, and we'd ask if he could have a drug court screening.
Okay. Norma, when can we come back on this cases, please?
We can come back on April 19th, Judge.
All right, we'll come back on April 19th. And I'll request a TAP evaluation and a pre-screening for drug court.
Judge, he needs a PSI, correct? Is that-
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry, Judge, we have to give him a little bit longer for the PSI officers. It'll be April 30th.
Okay. All right, we'll come back on April 30th at 9 a.m. All right, and Mr. Carrillo, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with probation. Probation will tell you what needs to be done.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Carrillo, if you go to breakout room number 4, Mr. Acevedo, you can go to the breakout room, or you can be excused.
Judge, may I visit with you in the breakout room for a second?
Sure.
That'll
I'll
be
send
great.
you to breakout room number 3. And Mr. Carrillo,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sending you to breakout room number 4, and probation will meet you there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You may not go to jail, cowboy. Booyah, kid,
Norma, can you hear me?
Yes?
We're gonna take a plea on Enrique Gutierrez. We came to an agreement, and I think
What did you Courtney, Kimball, please?
All right, Kimball Ward, what's going on with your client?
with Enrique Gutierrez, we came to an agreement. I'm just letting the court know that we need the paperwork on that, please.
All right, and then your other client?
I have not talked to the state on Jade West yet.
All right, so I'll send you back to a breakout room number 3. And if a prosecutor could speak to her on Miss Jade West, is that family violence or criminal trial division?
Criminal trial division, I believe.
All right, so I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ed Bartholomew. You're muted, Ed.
Mr. Pompa in the court. He called in this morning. I think I gave him your number.
I know you didn't give him my phone number.
No.
Mr. Pompa is not in the courtroom.
All right. Let me get a hold of him. He called me. I was in other courts and I'll get him online, Judge.
All right. Eduardo Jimenez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pompa's-
I'm stretching my bandwidth a little thin, trying to be on two Zooms at the same
Getting in
time. So am I muted?
No. Who do you have?
No. Okay. Yeah. So I'm here appearing for Fabian. But I don't know if we might get
Fabian
disconnected.
who? Who is Fabian?
Oh, hold on a second. I just dropped the. I'm sorry, Damian Valdez is what I meant to say. Damian Valdez.
Is it criminal child division or family violence?
It's family violence, Judge, and the inmate is 14K.
All right, Eduardo, I'm sending you to breakout room number 5. A prosecutor will meet you there. All right, and then Christopher Castro.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just give me one moment on yours, okay?
All right, thank you.
Can I speak to a prosecutor on Raul Suarez? The cause numbers are 2020 CR. It's not on the docket, Tom. It's the cause numbers are 2020 CR 5268 and 4568. He's in the courtroom and there's a warrant for him because there was a bond forfeiture. And Norma, can you see if we can get his attorney here?
Yes, ma'am.
The question is whether or not he should receive a bond. So if that's something you all could just think about before his attorney shows up, please.
Judge, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've tried to Zoom on my cell phone, and I can't figure out how to get into the break room.
If you'll tap on your screen.
Yeah.
And when you tap on your screen, what does it say?
Tap on my screen. Nothing.
All right. Do you have 3 little dots on your screen?
Yes.
Click on
There's
that.
3 dots. It says more.
Yes. Click on more.
Okay. Hold on. More.
And what
But there's
pops up?
Go to where, Judge?
What pops up when you click on the more sign?
Not a breakout room. Just chat, meeting settings, minimize meeting, raise hand, disconnect audio.
All right, so this is what you're gonna have to do then. I think you're gonna have to go on Google and find out how to get to a breakout room.
Okay, here it is. I have the symbol now. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, would it be possible for me to speak with Jade West now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Jade West. I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 3.
Judge, I'm done with Dario unless his attorney still needed to talk to him.
No, he doesn't. Norma, can you let them know that 14N is excused?
Martinez, this is Norma, the coordinator. 14N, Mr. Carrillo, Rich Carrillo is done. Thank you, bye-bye.
Cornelius Cox.
Oh, I'm here.
Yes.
Technical
Cornelius,
difficulty.
your client is set for this afternoon. Probation has witnesses.
Oh, well, Judge, see what happens is that I got the notice after 6. The only thing it said it was 9 a.m. And that's why I called her and told her 9 a.m.
Now, what ends
That's
up
right.
happening is when notices are sent out, that notice is for all day. So it'll be from like 9 to 5. But that doesn't mean that you come in at 5 because Norma's already given the time from yesterday. And so it's the afternoon.
All right. It is that's fine. Does she still have to be in person, or could because like I said, she's on medication for like dog bite. Could she do it from home, or you still need her to come back?
Is she going to be on her bed in bed?
No.
Because if
Oh,
she's
no,
planning
no,
on being
Your Honor.
yeah. Is she smoking cigarettes?
No. She's gonna give that up for a day. So we're not gonna have those types of issues. I
All
promise
right.
you.
I'm going to tell you, Cornelius, if she is not being professional, I'm not going to hear the hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yelling at, yes.
I'll make sure that she's I'm gonna do some training over the lunch break, and I'm gonna make sure she's perfect.
She's on the screen, Your Honor.
Oh, she's in the courtroom.
Yeah.
I know. Yes.
I apologize for yesterday. I was just had some swelling and I just got done from the doctor. I didn't mean to disrespect at all.
Okay. All right. This hearing is actually set for this afternoon, Ms. Flanagan.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Cornelius, do you need to speak with her?
No, ma'am. So you want us back at 1:30 or 2?
2 o'clock, please.
2 o'clock. That'll be great, Judge. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
When I finish conferring on Jade West, when you get a moment.
All right, let me check and see if I have everything. All right, so what is happening with Jade West?
We were unable to come to an agreement today, so I guess I'm requesting a trial setting.
All right, could you have her come to the main room, please?
She is in the main room right there, Judge.
Miss West, could you unmute for me, please? All right, Miss West, you want a jury trial?
Ma'am.
I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
22.
All right, so stop sucking on your thumb and on your fingers like you're still a toddler. So I'm going to recall this in 30 days. Miss Ward, do you have all the discovery?
Yes, John, I filled out a discovery acknowledgement this morning, actually.
All right, Norma, so call Miss West in 30 days, please.
May 6th.
May 6th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you back on May 6th. At that time, I will give you a plea deadline date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Yes, your client is excused. All right, and then on the others, I'm just waiting for paperwork. Ed Bartolome?
Back. Has Mr. Pompa logged on, Your Honor?
No. Who is Mr. Pompa or Pompa?
He's on a cell phone.
All right, all right, what's happening with Mr. Pompa?
Your Honor, I need to confer with the state.
All right, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Let's see. We got criminal trial, Your Honor.
Okay, Ed, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Cox, did you need anything?
Yes, ma'am. I need to talk to Norma because I had another matter that I filed a motion for a bond, to set a bond, and I was just wondering whether she can give me a date on it.
All right, what cases? I'll send you to breakout room number 4. What
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
case name?
It's Imari Friedman, and the case number is 2020 CR 8537B as in boy. He has 2 cases. I filed 2 motions.
All right, have you had a chance to confer with the state or no?
You know what? I didn't. I would like to.
Is it criminal trial division?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if a prosecutor can meet you there, they'll meet you there. If they're not able to meet you there, then we'll put it on the docket.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Norma, could you go to breakout room number 4 with Mr. Cox?
Can I also get a breakout room with my client when you get a chance, Judge Enrique Gutierrez?
Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, he's in the jail.
Norma, I don't see Mr. Gutierrez on the screen. Just 1 second.
1, Judge.
He's in 1?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, thanks. All right, Ms. Ward, I'll send you to breakout room number 1.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Curtis, we're just waiting for your attorneys.
Okay.
Hey, Rebecca, I sent you a chat.
All right. Mr. Coffey, did you finish all the paperwork with Ms. Calderon? You're muted.
Sorry, I'm trying to see if I received the certification of appeal. I'm not sure if she signed that one. I may need to go back in there with her.
All right, I'm going to send you Ms. Calderon, if you can go to breakout room number 6, and I'm gonna send your attorney to number 6. And Lupe, if you go to 6 and see about the paperwork, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. You gotta be good. I'm watching you on the cameras. Okay? Okay. All right.
Oh, Brenda?
Your Honor. Jordan Brown.
Bring coffee. Can you please go back to breakout room number 6 with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Ed Bartholomew?
Rendering, this is the gentleman who got shot. He's on his way to the court.
Okay.
And I think he has to be sentenced for the 5.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, we'll see you back at 2.
2 o'clock. I'll tell him to
Yes.
be there at 2, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm on it, Mr. Bartolome. I'll be there.
Yes, sir. I look forward to seeing you at 2 o'clock. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Bartolome. Thank
And
you. I'll
we'll
be there.
excused, Your Honor.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome.
Get my medication and pills and all that. Okay, so everything.
Does anyone know, Charles Bonk, I know is on Mr. Curtis, but who are the prosecutors on that?
Daryl Harris and Steve Spear.
Yes.
Number, when is Curtis set?
At 11 o'clock, Judge?
All right, so let's find out where Daryl Harris and Stephen Spear is, and also if we can get Charles Bonk and Richard Langlois in here, because we're going to break at 12.
Okay.
Luis Martinez in the courtroom.
All right, thank you. Yes. Mr. Martinez, you are here on,
Mr. Alejandro, sentencing judge. Continuance yesterday, Judge.
you're here on Jose Alejandro.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Alejandro.
Judge, he's present. Let me get him for you.
Oh, hello, Mr. Alejandro. All right, who's the prosecutor on this? Brenda, you're ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 6832 State of Texas versus Jose Rafael Alejandro. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Missed it.
For the defense?
Luis Martinez, Judge, and we have a motion for continuance on file.
Okay, and are you Mr. Jose Alejandro? I'm gonna need you to speak up. I can't hear him.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
Are you Jose Alejandro?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. I'll note for the record that the defendant is in the courtroom, and this is one of the days where the 187 can have in-person hearings. Is there any objections to us proceeding by video? State?
None.
Defense?
No, Judge.
All right. So we're here for sentencing, but defense, you have a motion for continuance. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
All right. State, are you in receipt of the motion for continuance?
Lewis has briefed me on it prior to this hearing such that I have sufficient notice.
All right, so there's no objection to proceeding on the motion for continuance?
I have no objection to proceeding on the hearing, correct?
All right. All right, defense, it's your motion.
Judge, as the court's aware, Mr. Alejandro pled to the offense. The plea bargain calls for 8 years in TDC. As the court's also aware, because we've had this issue before the court before, Mr. Alejandro has some health issues that are being resolved right now. I've attached documentation to show that on March the 22nd, Mr. Alejandro had an EKG and a stress test. The purpose of that, Judge, was to determine if Mr. Alejandro is sufficiently healthy enough to have surgery on his left foot. Mr. Alejandro has, in addition to his heart problems, he's got some pretty bad diabetic issues, and he is in need of having a procedure on his left foot to improve the blood circulation to minimize the chances of losing that foot. Presently, Judge, there is a follow-up appointment by phone on April the 7th that's scheduled, and another one April the 8th in person. And the purposes of those appointments is to review the results of the EKG and the stress test, and to decide if for surgery on that left foot. Judge, obviously, Mr. Alejandro understands that he is going to do time, and he understands his actions have cost him his liberty. We would hope that his actions will not cost him his foot. So what we're asking the court to do at this time is to continue sentencing on this matter at least until the end of April to see if that surgery is cleared and scheduled. If it's not cleared, then there's no reason not to proceed to sentencing. If he's cleared for surgery, then we ask the court allow us to come back and inform the court of the plan for that surgery, and ask for those procedures to take place and for him to recover.
State?
Judge, my issue is this is now approaching 6 months of this, and Lewis made a very eloquent argument. We have literally heard that exact argument multiple times before, and the field goal is just being pushed back ad infinitum. So at this point, we oppose it and we object.
All right. Mr. Alejandro, you entered a plea on this case in November.
Yes, ma'am.
And since November, there has been reset after reset. And it doesn't appear that there's going to be an end in sight. And with that in mind, the court is going to deny the motion for continuance.
Judge, if the court's going to deny the motion, would the court recall this hearing for Tuesday?
For what purpose?
Essentially, Judge, and I know I've informed Mr. Alejandro to make sure that his affairs are in order and he's ready to go regardless of what the setting is. But I'd ask that it be recalled for Tuesday. It is the weekend. I'd ask that, the court allow Mr. Alejandro to go ahead and enjoy that weekend with his family because he is going to be gone for a couple of years.
State?
Judge, does the plea bargain page include the doesn't show up clause?
No, it does not.
Oh, then I think I object to that too.
All right.
You can amend that to include if he doesn't show up, but because the court rejects the plea bargain, obviously then, it's his range of punishment goes up significantly. So I don't think that there's any issues. I've informed Mr. Alejandro that he's never guaranteed that his continuances would be granted. He's continued to show up. He's an older man. He knows that, he needs to go ahead and comply with the orders of the court. And we've never had any issues with him showing up.
State?
Position is the same.
All right. All right. I'm going to deny that, Mr. Alejandro, and I'm going to follow your plea bargain agreement that you reached. I'm going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. And I believe cause number 2019 CR 6831 had already been taken in consideration. If not, then the court is following your agreement to have that taken in consideration. Mr. Alejandro. For some reason, I do not have the trial court certification. If someone can complete a trial court certification for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Lewis, we're going to do, I'll need to get the trial court certification.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Judge, Luca's going to step out for just a second to give him a trial court certification. They can just fill it out there.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I'd also bring to the attention that part of the plea bargain, whether formally or informally, was to have the co-defendant dismissed.
All right. What is the cause number for the co-defendant's case?
I don't have it on me right now, Judge. I apologize.
All right, Mr. Nesbitt, do you know the co-defendant's cause number?
I do. It is 2019 CR 6830.
All right, and is that going to be dismissed, State?
It already is.
Okay. All right, Mr. Martinez, that has been dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, State.
Charles Blanc and Richard Langlois, do you need to speak with your client? Oh, courtroom, I need to go over that paperwork with the defendant once it's been signed.
They just took him back, so I can bring him back out.
We're just patting him down.
All right, thank you. Charles, we're back on the record, 2019 CR 6832. For some reason, it's written as 3-1 on the trial court certification, but you all are aware that the cause number is 2019 CR 6832. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Alejandro, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendants. It's called Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And also because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Alejandro. All right, who are the parties on Petra Calderon?
Defense counsel Brent Coffey, Your Honor.
Who's the prosecutor?
Alexandra. All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 2952W, State of Texas versus Petra Calderon. If we could have parties announced for the record, please, for the state. Alexandra Williamson.
For the defense.
Brent Coffey.
And are you Miss Calderon?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
None from the defense.
Ms. Calderon, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Defense, I'm showing you what's entitled Acknowledgement of Discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Calderon, I'm going to show you a document entitled Waiver of Indictment, Reading of Information and Rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to have a grand jury hear the evidence in this case and make a decision on whether or not to indict this case?
Yes.
Did you understand that your attorney has certain rights, namely 2 days from the presentation of the information and 10 days from the presentation of the information to prepare for trial?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
What does that mean?
Did you intend
Yes.
to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Ms. Calderon, I'm not a medical doctor, but I don't think that mask works if your nose is not covered.
Sorry.
No problem. I'm going to show you what's entitled Information. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the information?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the information as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Calderon, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what you're charged with is prostitution 3 or more. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in a state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement?
No.
All right, listen to me very carefully, okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
Have you entered a plea bargain agreement with the state?
Yes.
Did you understand all the rights that I've given you?
Yes, I have understand everything.
All right, so are you giving up those rights and entering into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
No.
Judge, we went over the paperwork. We do have an agreement for a plea bargain. She understands that she's giving up her right to a jury trial to enter into this plea bargain.
But I need her to say
Yes,
this.
yes.
So did you understand you were giving up these rights and entering
I
into a
do.
plea bargain agreement?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
All right, counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Calderon, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Ms. Calderon, will you please pull up your mask? It's not about your protection, it's about other people's
It keeps on
protection.
falling off. What do you want me to do?
I want you to stop pulling it down. That's what I want you to do. I don't know why you rolling your eyes at me.
Sorry, ma'am.
We don't have to do this today. We can do this another day. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm showing you the document entitled plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
According to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment is to be 30 days in the Bexar County Jail under 12.44 of the Penal Code. There's a $1,500 fine. There's no application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is, Judge.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Then to the offense is charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, ma'am.
State any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea.
Yes, Your Honor. The state offers States Exhibit 1 and attachments.
Any
No,
objections?
Judge. No, Judge.
Ms. Calderon, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. And state and defense, can I see you in a breakout room, please? If I could see you in breakout room number 3.
Yes.
And Lupe, if you come to 3, please.
Yes, Judge.
David, I sent you a chat if you didn't mind responding quickly.
Don't know where it all went. I guess the security guard took some of it.
You're muted, Judge.
Brenda, people are trying to make today Monday. Norma, can you have Miss Calderon sit back down, please?
Yes, ma'am. I will let them know.
Brenda, you ready? After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding on sentencing?
Yes.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge, we just ask that you follow the agreement that we have with the state today.
Ms. Calderon, why do you keep picking up these cases?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's the people that I be around.
All right, the people that you're around, who
Yes.
are they prostituting themselves?
Yes.
All right, so if they were becoming before me, you know what they're saying? I'm prostituting myself because the people they're around. And I'd be like, who are the people? And you know what they would tell me? Petra Calderon. So again, why are you committing these offenses of prostitution?
I don't know. I guess I was in a relationship with a guy, and I had to make money, and I had to do what he told me to do. So if not, I will get abuse from him. So that's the reason why I would do it.
So that's why that happened this time?
Yes, ma'am.
So what about 2014?
2014. I was in I was in the same relationship with a guy, my baby daddy too. Like it's the guys that I be in a relationship with that they put me out there to do that. But yeah.
So what about 2015?
Same thing.
2020?
Same thing, ma'am.
So where are your children?
CPS custody.
So what are your plans? Are you just going to let somebody else take care of your children? Are you not going to get your life together? Are you going to continue to pick up prostitution cases?
No, ma'am. Well, really, to be honest with you, I'm trying to go back to school so I could, because my kids are getting old enough. I lost custody of my kids, but I know that one day they're gonna come looking for me, and I don't want to be out there doing the same thing. It's, yeah.
So my question is, so what are you doing in your life to change this trajectory that you're on?
People, places, and things, and the people that I hang around with, I need to change because it's an environment that I be around, and I keep on doing it over and over with them. But for what? It's not getting me nowhere but in jail.
Well, if there's a drug problem, there are plenty of programs to help you with the drug problem.
No,
If
ma'am,
it's
there's not.
abusive, yeah, there is. There's AA, there's NA. There are a lot of free programs, elite counseling. There are all these free programs out there. If it's a situation where it's an abusive relationship, they have the Battered Women's Center here, the Battered Women's Shelter that will help you get a place to stay.
It
You
is
can't
a
tell me that
no.
the men you're picking up are attractive at all. I'm sure they're not attractive. I'm sure they're not clean.
They're they're guy. It's like, have you heard about tricks and pimps and when they trick the girls and stuff like that? That's the environment. That's the guys, and it's an abusive relationship that I was in there when I was out there, and it's like me being scared of him and stuff like that. Like I do what he says. If not, something's gonna happen to me or my family.
Okay,
Like
well,
that type of
here's
thing.
the thing. You're not with him right now. Again, there are plenty of people to call. And actually, if you're saying that something is happening to him with now, there are plenty of people to call. There's a sex trafficking division with the police department. There is a sex trafficking division with the DA's office. Nobody can help you if you don't tell anybody that you need help.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to sentence you to a $1,500 fine, time and money concurrent, 30 days in the Bexar County Jail under 12.44 of the Penal Code. Give you credit for any time served. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And with that, we'll go off the record. And Ms. Calderon, if there's somebody you want to talk to about trafficking, let me know. Now's the time. Is there someone you want to talk to about that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just wait here in the box. We will get someone for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Norma, could you check your chat box, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sending you a chat now. And Ms. Calderon will be right with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Buck and Mr. Langlois, just give me a second.
If you're calling Daryl, Judge, I have some insight on the subject. Just,
All right, just give me a moment.
yes, Judge.
Is this gonna take longer while I talk to these people?
I'm not sure how long it will take.
Okay. Because we're done with everything else, right?
That's correct.
Right. Ms. Calderon, you're the one who said you wanted help. So I'm going to get you some help. So just sit there and be patient. Otherwise, either you want help or you don't.
If not, it's fine. If we're done already, that's fine.
Stay there in that seat and don't leave until I tell you to.
Yes, ma'am.
Tom, you said you had some information on David, Daryl Harris.
Just that Daryl had asked me to pass along that he's at ACOG at a meeting, but he's got his work phone. So as soon as he's done with the meeting, he's going to jump onto our Zoom.
All right. And what about Stephen Spear?
I do not know anything about Steven Spear.
All right, let me
I heard
look at
he's out of town, I believe. Not available, I think. According to Mr. Harris, when we discussed yesterday.
All right, let me ask you, is this going to jury trial defense?
I defer to Richard.
Richard Langlois.
Well, Judge, if we don't work anything out, we have no choice but do a jury trial.
No, I mean, well, that's what I'm asking. Where's this case headed? Are we going to jury trial or not?
I don't have a crystal ball right now, Judge, but.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. Norma?
That's a good one. Okay, so April 1st. Yes, sir.
All right, yes, ma'am.
Patient.
Mr. Curtis,
in April 1st.
just recall this in 2 weeks.
Okay, so
And can you make sure that Steven Spear and J.R. Harris are here?
Yes, ma'am. The
it
19th.
said you finished
All
signing.
right, we're coming back on the
the
19th.
final.
That's gonna be the pre-deadline date.
So I'm good there.
And after that, the court will not consider any further plea bargain agreements.
Okay, yes, sir. I believe I did.
So we'll come back on April 19th, Mr. Curtis,
Okay.
and that will be your plea deadline date.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Richard, do you want to break out with him while we're all here?
Yes, let's do that.
I'll send you all to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And just bring him back to the main room after you talk to him.
Yes. Norma, I sent you a chat.
All right. And David Luna, can I see you in breakout room number 3?
When you're done, oh,
And Brent Coffee, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, please.
Yes, Judge.
And Calderon, if
Yes,
you'll
ma'am.
come to breakout room number 3, please. All right, anyone else back? Are we taking our break now? I think we're gonna take Edward Morales, Christopher Castro.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm still here on that permission to travel.
All right, I don't have.
you should have a judge. I just printed it out. He sent it, he emailed it to me. I think Lupe should have put it in on your desk, Judge.
All right. State, do you have a copy of this yet? It's 2021 CR 2413. Is this family violence?
I believe so, Your Honor. The charge is stalking.
He wants to go to visit his mom's grave from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor. Today's the anniversary. I believe his entire family's going out.
State, do you have any objection to that?
What's the case number?
It's 2021 CR 2413.
And it's the Chapel Hill Funeral Home. And Lupe, I'm sending you to breakout room number 1. They have paperwork.
Thank you, Judge.
Eduardo Jimenez, what's happening with your client? All right, well, Eduardo figures out how to unmute David.
See, is he on GPS? Because I'm not seeing it.
Yes. According to this motion, it says he's on GPS.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, it's from 1 to 4.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're excused. All right, everyone, we are going to stop the live stream so that we can take our break.